Presenting Alex Stokes, an officer with the Department of Homeland Security who specializes in the import and export of goods into his country, the United States of America, along with special guest CEO, Toys for Iran, Reza.
Good evening. Tonight we will talk about Transshipment's an international challenge it presents. Please turn to page 99 in your textbooks. Let's first discuss what transshipments are. Can anyone in the class tell me what a transshipment is? Well, even if you could, I can't hear you because this is a recording. Having said that, I will answer my own question. Transshipment, also known as laundering trade, is described by dictionary.com as the act of transferring or to be transferred from one vessel or vehicle to another. This commonly takes place when a company wishes to move products into a country without the country knowing the true port of origin. This is for numerous reasons, such as avoid high tariffs on exceeded export quotas, avoiding high duty rates levied on certain countries, avoiding import restrictions like visa and quota restrictions, and to make use of special trade program to drastically lower duty rates. Example, country A in China wants to export Barbie dolls and Thomas the Tank Engines and Ninja Turtles to company B in Europe. Now the problem presents itself because Europe has an export quota placed on toys from China. At this time, Company A realizes that China has already reached its previously mentioned quota. However, Cambodia has not reached its quota, so Company A sneakily ships the toys to Cambodia and allows the toys to sit in port for a few days, while the new custom papers are created and placed on the shipment. Now, the shipment appears to be from Cambodia rather than China, and customs will let it pass right to Company B. Or will they? Now keep in mind that China has a long history of recalled toys due to choking hazards, lead paint, and even the use of kerosene in actual toys. You can see why knowing the country of origin is so important. Remember the or will they part from above? Nope. It seems as if our tariff-avoiding friend has been spotted by a trained eye of a customs broker. Dr. James Crane. He wasn't really a doctor, but it just sounds very Sherlock Holmes-ish. Crane could tell something was wrong. The shipment had customs paper, and the customs papers didn't match. There were too many toys going to a household, so the port agent, Crane, called in a potential laundering scheme. The Department of Homeland Security, that's me, the big guy, I was immediately sent out. Once the co-signee shows up to pick up his shipment, the pursuit begins. I tailed them for many hours, watching his every move, and waiting, patiently. Now, I was able to identify the distributor as who eventually delivered the goods to the area toy stores. During debriefing, they found they were dealing with transshipment from China, and the Chinese manufacturer used the distribution venue to hide the product's origin, to avoid scrutiny of the products and high tariffs and quotas imposed on Chinese products. Good evening and welcome to the Alex Stokes Show, starring Alex Stokes. Tonight we have a special guest from Iran, Reza from Toys for Iran. Reza, it's good to see you tonight on our show.
Thank you so much, and thank you for your invitation.
So Reza, I heard that you've been a victim of illegal transshipments. Tell us about it.
Oh yes, it was actually I operated and I owned the company for Toys for Iran more than 20 years. 20 years, okay? And in 2010, we contact with the distributor in Germany. They were the toy distributor, and It looks fine because they had their own website, customer service, even they had the storing from themselves. So we started the business with them, and in the 2011, less than a year after we start business with them, a man from the Homeland Security, and they come to my office and ask to speak with me, and he starts asking some question of me, like how often do you go to China, and do you have any family in China, or something like that. I was baffled, and he could see I was completely lost, and he told me the toys they were not coming from Germany, and they come from I believe in somewhere in China. I don't know what city was that.
Outrageous.
I know, so we immediately stopped the business with them, and we got lots of penalized with the privileges of the merchandise, and all the imports was seized, and even they arrived with the, I don't know, it's civil privileges, 1592 USC, something like that.
Wow, thank you for sharing your story with us, Reza.
Thank you. Have a good one.